Hey, how's it going, guys? It's me, and today got a another SU match against Crobat for the win. Really cool dude. Go check out his channel, all that good shit. But yeah, so we're using the same rain team that I had with like Kabutops and Tornadus Therian and stuff. I think I replaced Tornadus Therian with Thundurus on this team because just Thundurus, you got to abuse that prankster, you know, Thunderwave and stuff. It's just so good. Yeah, so looking at his team, the biggest threat's gonna be the Thundurus and that fucking Manaphy. I hate Manaphy like so much. Like seriously, fuck that little thing. But anyway, so I'm gonna lead off with my Bubblegum, and he's gonna lead off with
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah, I promised him I'd do that. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go for the Protect on the first turn, just to scout, see what he's going to do. He's more than likely a Scarf Genesect. So yeah, he's just gonna go for a U-turn. That's perfectly fine. No, it can't one-shot me, so I'm alright with that, and I could just go for a Scald. In comes the Manaphy. He's gonna do absolutely nothing. Even if I got the burn, of course he has the Hydration, so that wouldn't have mattered whatsoever. So Bubblegum can't really do anything to this thing, and I'm expecting him maybe just to set up a Tail Glow, knowing that he has a free opportunity to. So I'm just gonna go for the Perish Song, but instead you just go straight out for the Surf, which is fine because I do have my Ferrothorn, which can take this thing on kinda. And I think I go into that now. Nope, I just go for Protect because I'm a Politoed, and that's what Politoed does, I guess. So yeah, Perish Count drops to 2, and I know I can take a Dragon Pulse because I'm max specially defensive, and I could just go for a Toxic. Thankfully, he does not have a sub Latias, thankfully. He said he brought the wrong set. I don't know what that means, but I don't know. But I'm gonna keep Bubblegum, since I have something that can come in and take a Dragon Pulse. Not too well, but it would still appreciate it better than letting my Politoed die, and I could just keep that for Death Fodder later. And I can obviously threaten this thing out because he knows I'm going to be Scarfed, and the U-turn will kill him. So that's pretty good. In comes the fucking little Manaphy, and it does like half, just actually less than half. Like fuck Manaphy, fuck this little thing. So yeah, I bring in birds greater than or equal to the word, and I'm just gonna fire off a Hurricane. He's gonna go into his Politoed since he knows that this thing is pretty much completely useless. It's the most expendable thing on his team, so he's perfectly fine with sacking this thing. He didn't have leftovers, so I don't know what kind of Politoed he was running. Maybe Specs or Life. I don't know. But it doesn't matter though. That thing dies, and now in comes the Thundurus. Now I make a big misplay by keeping this thing in. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have just gone into my Politoed and sacked it. Instead, I keep this thing in and let it get paralyzed. And I think I was just trying to go for a Hurricane, maybe get a Confusion Hex or something like that. But I should have just gone into Politoed, sacked it, and then brought in Genesect or Kabutops to threaten him with. Because if I had brought in Kabutops, I would have done the same thing here, threatened him with Outspeeding, and taken him out with the Waterfall after he Thunder Waves me. And if I could have done the same thing with Genesect, I probably should have gone into Genesect a second instead of Kabutops, honestly, because I think Kabutops would have done a lot more for me this match, but it doesn't matter. Gonna go into Bubblegum now, sack it to the Bug Buzz from good old Bill Nye the Science Guy there, and yeah, now I can bring in Touch It, and I can just go straight for the Power Whip. I know he has the Manaphy on the team, and I know he has the Latias floating around that can take a Thunder Wave. So I don't want to go for that, so I'm just going to go straight for the Power Whip. Get a nice chunk of damage. Of course, it doesn't really matter, though, because he has the Roost on his Latias. So I'm just going to set up some Spikes, because Spikes are good. And now the little fucking Manaphy comes in, and there's nothing I can do due to him other than just Power Whip and then maybe hope he doesn't go for Rest. But of course he's going to go for Rest because he has a free opportunity to, he has a free chance to, he has no reason not to. And I'm just going to go for a Power Whip, and it's just so close to a one-shot. It brings him down into the red, and he can just sit here and do this, rest up and stuff until I miss a Power Whip or I'm out of Power Whips or whatever. This is what he can do, because Manaphy's a little shit. So, yeah, I go for another Power Whip, trying to get maybe a crit, but it looks like I get min damage there, so yeah. No crit for me, and I think on this turn, I just straight switch out, because I'm not going to deal with this thing. I need my Ferrothorn around for that Latias, because it's just going to be a big threat for him. So, bring in Genesect, get a special attack boost, and now I can drop a Thunder on this little stupid little fucking gummy bear bitch. But he does have the Donphan, and I could have predicted that, but I cannot mess with these threats. You have to fucking take the damn things out whenever you can. So, unfortunately, he does have a free opportunity to go for the spin now, and I just go into my Kabutops. And big misplay, like I said earlier, Kabutops would have been great to have this match, because at +2, it will, like, fucking one-shot everything with fucking Stone Edge and Waterfall. It just, like, nothing can stop a Kabutops at +2 in the rain. It's just, it's fucking just monstrous. It's awesome. So, unfortunately, I thought maybe I might still be able to outspeed, but paralyzed. I don't fucking know. It doesn't matter. His fucking Donphan kills my Kabutops, and, yeah, sad. I'm sad now, because, yeah. I don't know, whatever. Bring in Touch It. I was hoping that the Power Whip would be a 2-hit KO, but it's not, and his Earthquake's doing way more than I really want it to. So I'm just going to go into Genesect, and I should be able to take an Earthquake, and then I completely forget about Ice Shard. But Genesect is a man and takes it with 8 HP left, so that was pretty freaking awesome. Ice Beam at +1 will easily take out that Donphan, so that's pretty damn good for me. So, in comes his good old Bill Nye the Science Guy again, and he's just going to go for an Ice Beam. It was a safe play. It hits the rest of my team, and would be able to do decent damage to the Ferrothorn, kill this Gliscor. I just sent in Gliscor to sack it. If you wanted to go for a U-turn, that would be great. He still had the Manaphy. Gliscor wasn't going to do a whole hell of a lot this match at all, so I was perfectly fine with just letting the damn thing die right there. So, now I bring in Ferrothorn, and I have to set up spikes. I have to get as much damage onto his Genesect and his Manaphy as possible. So he's just going to go for some Dragon Pulses. I'm max specially defensive. He may be Soul Dew, but that's still not going to do a whole hell of a lot. If he wants to Calm Mind, he's Toxic. I do not care. So that is perfectly fine with me. So he goes out into the Genesect to take 2 layers of spikes now, and I have to speed this shit the fuck up, because I'm just going to be sitting here. I'm going to Thunder Wave him, hope for some Parahacks, and just try to Power Whip him down. I have 3 layers of spikes up, and I cannot risk going into Genesect just hoping for a fucking Para chance, I guess. I can't do that because, 1, my U-turn would not be able to kill and at this range, and I had to do this. So, I apologize to him already, and I apologize to you guys now, but I did speed it up as much as I possibly fucking could in Vegas without it being, like, retardedly fast. So, yeah, so just keep going for Protects, keep going for Power Whips. I think I missed one in there finally, somewhere, I don't know, but, yeah, so I go for Protect there, and he's at 80 damage, and finally, he takes me out, and now I can go into Genesect, and I can lock myself into the U-turn. It will kill his Genesect. I'm pretty confident about that, because I did get the attack boost, but he's got the Manaphy. We've already seen that it will do about half. Can I get a critical hit on this? Let's go, Genesect! No. No. Genesect, no, he doesn't get it, because he's obviously not as cool as Bill Nye the Science Guy, so, yeah. Unfortunately, did not get the critical hit. If I did, I would have been able to take out his Latias very easily. And game would have been mine, but you know what? You cannot rely on crits, and the misplay I did with letting my Tornadus Therian get paralyzed and not just sacking Politoed easily probably cost me the game. I mean, don't know where it would have done, what could have happened, but I definitely think that was the biggest misplay of the match, and really bad on my part. So anyway. Question of the day was, what's an old TV show that you used to love? Like, damn kids these days, you got like fucking like Gumball and, you know, shit like that, and like Adventure Time and stuff. I mean, those shows ain't that bad. I mean, they're fine. They're kind of funny. I actually kind of like Gumball a good little bit, but like kids from my generation, you know, those old Nintendo, Nickelodeon shows and shit like Rugrats and like fucking Hey Arnold and shit like that. That was awesome. Fucking DuckTales. Like, my generation had like the best fucking like cartoons ever. Alright, and then Bill Nye the Science Guy. If you don't know who the fuck Bill Nye the Science Guy is, then you gotta go YouTube that shit, because oh, that is just like the coolest show ever. Anyway though, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit, and deuces.